this class. Now, remember, today we have a very, very special activity, and that I'm going to evaluate. Okay. Now, let me open your evaluation. Now, I want you to go, everyone go to this page. You are 9A. 9A. Go to your platform section. Okay. Let me open it now. Now you may see. Okay. Now it's open. The assignment was announced. With attention, he just arrived. With attention. Okay, okay. Now this is the information that you need in order to create your mind map, guys. Now we have studied the Italian Renaissance. That's chapter, I think, I don't remember the chapter, but I know that belongs to the chapter 19. This section 1 is the Italian Renaissance. The second topic we have studied is the Renaissance beyond Italy. Okay, and now we are finishing. Tomorrow we're going to finish this, the Reformation of Christianity. So using these 3 topics, you are going to create a mind map, guys. Okay, and then you have to deliver it. The due date is Sunday 26. So today is 20. So you have 7 days in order to complete this activity, guys. Okay, until Sunday is the last day you have in order to hand in this document over here in this section. In this, remember, you have to do the same way you have done it. You did it last trimester. The document or the file of the document, you have to load it up in this section. Okay. Now on top you see the rubric. Okay, this is very important because you need to follow all this information that I have. I'm gonna use this rubric in order to evaluate your document. Now let me make it a little bit smaller. Okay, here it is. So this is the rubric I'm going to use to evaluate your document, guys. Okay, 25 points. The first section I'm going to evaluate neatness and presentation. It says the mind map was well presented, had all the information, and is easy to understand. The second, use images and symbols. Most categories are enhanced with symbols and diagrams. Okay. Now the third is colors. You have to use a lot of colors, guys. In this mind map, you use a lot of colors. Okay, it says has included colors to show all connections and all the categorized topics throughout the mind map. Remember, mind map is only one document. Understanding that I could understand the mind map, and the last topic is punctuality. So you have to hand it in before Sunday is the last day that you had in order to hand in a mind map. Now over here there are some. If you go to Google, and then if you type over here mind map and you go to images, then you'll see a lot of example of images, guys. Okay, so you'll find a lot of examples. Now let me open this one. This one, I think it's this one over here. So in order to, because we were talking about 3 topics, guys, we are talking about three topics. It means that you could get 3 branches, okay? So podemos sacar 3 ramas. ¿Por qué? Porque son over here. We could write in the middle summary of the Renaissance, for instance, puede ser, or only Renaissance. But the Renaissance, we have studied 3 topics from the Renaissance. We have studied the Italian Renaissance, so that means that we could, over here, this is a branch. This is the first branch, the Italian Renaissance. The second branch could be over here in this area. That's up to you. I'm just giving you some ideas, guys, how you could create your mind map. The second topic was beyond Italian's Renaissance, okay? And the last one what was the last topic? It's Reformation, I think. Yeah, the Reformation of Christianity that took place in that Renaissance period. So it could be this one over here. Italian, the Reformation of Christianity over here. So these three branches. And in the middle, the Renaissance, or summary of the Renaissance. Okay, these are some ideas that I am right now. I'm offering you. I'm giving you some ideas for you to create your mind map. As I said before, I load up also another session over here. Where is here? Create mind map. If we go to that section over here, there are some information how to create mind map and also videos that helps you how to create a mind map. Now let's go back to the previous one. Okay. So basically, this is the activity that you are going to start today, and you have to hand it in when? Next Sunday. You have until, if you finish this week or you finish on Saturday on Friday, just take a picture or scan it. You know, there are several ways in order to send it to me. Remember, you have to do the same way you did it last trimester with all the assignments. Remember, on the vocabulary. Some of you took a picture and pasted in Word. You took a picture and then you pasted in Word. And some of you just scanned it.
Sure, but we can use pages on the internet.
Excuse me?
We can use some links. You sent us some links.
Yes, it's over here. It's over here. Look.
So we can use them.
Yes, of course. You can use it in the internet. If you don't want to use, because you can create this over here. This is this guy is using his hand. He can create it by hand. Or over here, this is with hand. They create with hand. They wrote different branches because they're talking about different topics over here. So anyway, you can do it by hand, or you can do it using this over here. There are some links that takes you to different internet. It's like programs that helps you to how to create a mind maps. And also I think there is in your in PowerPoint, I think there is a section where it can, over here, you see all the, over here, this is what is a mind map, how to create mind map, web mind map online, free. All these are free. All these are free. You just enter, you just register, and then you start creating your mind map. Of course, it's gonna take you some time. These are some examples over here of different kind of mind map. Remember, the title has to be in the middle. In this occasion, the title is about the Renaissance, okay? So anyway, if you still doesn't understand or don't see the picture, that's why I brought you a couple of videos that talks about mind map. I'm gonna reproduce this right now for you guys. Okay, pay attention.
Hello and welcome to Teachings and Education Mind Mapping. Give students the opportunity to visually create and connect large and small ideas. Let's first answer the question of why we should use mind maps. When it comes to mind mapping, information is very well organized and memorable. Information is classified using single words and circles rather than reading large paragraphs of information. When students create their own mind maps, those mind maps are unique to the individual student. Students create the maps just like they would create a work of art. The brain recognizes the content as both visual and verbal, and the maps are created using the brain's natural way of thinking. Mind maps are presenting material in a way that is logical to the student. Now, let's discuss how teachers and students can mind map. The first thing you should do is identify the main topic of study. Maybe the student is in a chemistry classroom, but the main topic of study for the day is the periodic table. The next thing you do is center and circle the map with your main topic of study. So just like this, write the words periodic table and place a circle around it. Then branch off other important ideas from the main idea. So here is the main topic, and you can then draw lines to other important ideas. For example, organization is one. Another subtopic of the periodic table is electron affinity. You can also add atomic radius and metallic properties. Lastly, you want to support the important ideas with the most important information. So for example, the organization of the table can be broken down into groups or families, which are actually columns going up and down, and you can even add a drawing of a family to help you remember. The table is also broken down into periods, which are horizontal rows, so draw them as visuals. Spice up your map by adding even more drawings whenever possible. Now, if you want your students to mind map, you must first model the way for them on how to mind map. Take a few minutes during class time.
Okay, let me stop right here, guys. Now remember, in a mind map, you have to write only the main ideas, what is important. So you have to select exactly the main ideas in order to create your mind maps, okay? It doesn't mean that you have to write everything or try to summarize, okay? You have to be very selective, trying to include the principles, ideas from each of these 3 chapters that I mentioned that you have to use it in order to create your mind map, okay, guys?
And do a lesson on the whiteboard for your students on how to mind map. Every once in a while, do a mind map of a particular topic during your instruction. Before we finish up, here are just a few tips for you and your students. Mind maps are a form of note-taking. However, they can quickly run out of space, so have students plan accordingly. Also, let your students be creative when mind mapping. It should be fun. Also, whenever questions pop into their heads, allow them to write them down as well. All ideas are welcomed and accepted. Right now, I just want to say thank you for your time and subscribe to this channel.
Now let's see the other one. I think it's this one, yes.
About any challenge that you're facing or any problem that you need to solve. You all have done some brainstorming before. You know, you sit around the table in a group, you throw ideas on the table, you generate awareness about an issue or about a problem. There's no criticism. Well, mind mapping is essentially the same thing, except you can do it by yourself. Let's take this challenge. Challenge of how to get a job. Well, here's how it works. You draw a circle on a piece of paper. And in the circle, you write your challenge or your problem. Get a job. Now, what you do is you time yourself for about 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. And in that 3 minutes, you generate as many ideas as you can about your particular situation and how to get a job. Let's time me for this exercise. Go. Okay, let's see. Get a job. Well, first, location. Location brings the idea of mind, of family. Cost of living. Notice I'm drawing rays off of the circle. Let's see. Get a job. How about money? How much money do I want to make? So I'm drawing a symbol now for money, not writing it out because I want to speed the time up. Money. Salary negotiation. I need to know about how to do that. Okay. What field? What field do I want to concentrate in? Let me write that down. What else? Network. I've got a network. Who should I network with? Evan just got out a couple of months ago. I have his number. I'm going to give him a call. Education. What kind of education do I need? I mean, is it going to be a trade that I'm going to get? Is there a certification that I need to get? Let's see. Speaking of money, what about the GI Bill? I need to make sure I have that information as well so I know what assets I'm dealing with. Everybody's talking about their resume. I got to write that down. Research. I've got to do research. The internet's full of information. I got to figure out how to tap into that information. That reminds me, job boards. Everybody's talking about job boards. And the interview. I got to write down the interview. Okay. What else can I say about getting a job? How about looking for help on post? Help on post. Where would I go? Education center. And I'm out of time. But that's not where you stop. Now that you've got everything on paper, what you can do is you can take these ideas and organize them. Looks like there's a lot of stuff here about looking for information. I'm going to call that research. That's my first category. I'm going to write down networking, who, Evan, got to write Evan's name down. I didn't think of networking events, but now that I think about it, I'm going to write that down, networking events. Job boards, that's part of the research. Let me write that down. What's another category that surfaces with two or more items on the mind map? Location. Let me write down location. What goes into that? Oh, cost of living, family needs. I need to consult with the family. What about extended family? Let me write that down too. Another category is education. Let me write down education. GI Bill goes under that. Certification or trade goes under that. Let's see what's left. How about money? Money, yeah, that's important. Under that goes disability, salary, and salary negotiation. Okay, well now you can see that in a couple of minutes, I was able to generate some ideas. Then I was able to go back and look at what I had written down and organize it into categories. Let me give you one more step, and this is a bonus. You can prioritize these things. Now for me, I think as I prioritize these things, I think the first thing I would think about is what I needed to support the family. So I think salary would be number one. I think second would be location. My kids have gotten used to where they've grown up, and that's kind of what I would consider next. Third would be research, because I need to do a lot of research to figure out. And fourth would be what education I would need. What's happened here in a few minutes? I've generated some ideas about an issue that's very important to me, and I've done it by myself. I've taken those ideas and I've organized them into categories, and I've prioritized those categories to a degree to prioritize the work and the way in which I attack them. It's a great tool. It saved me about half the time in preparation when I write something, when I prepare a briefing, or when I prepare a presentation like this. Now it's your turn. I've done my mind map. I want to see you do yours.
Excellent video, excellent. You summarize everything that you need in order to complete your assignment. Okay, guys, now the idea is that I want you to start working on this mind mapping. Remember, if I were you, I would use 3 branches. So these are the main ones. So because we're talking over here, we have studied 3 topics: the Italian Renaissance, the beyond Italian Renaissance, and the last one that is the Christianity Reformation. Okay. So if I were you, I would start with a marker. I would underline the main ideas, the ideas that you think that has to be part of this mind map. So go through these 3 chapters and then underline the main ideas. After you underline, try to summarize and make it smaller ideas. Also try to bring pictures. That because as I said over here in this where is it? In the rubrics over here, there are different things that I'm going to evaluate, guys. Over here, okay, over here, neatness, that has to be very neat, and the presentation very clear. Use of images. Most categories are enhanced with simple symbols or diagrams. Okay. Another thing that I'm going to evaluate is colors. As included colors all show all connections. Remember, over here there are a lot of connections over here, like you see over here in these examples. They use different colors. And you see They don't write long, they do not write long sentences. They try to summarize like this, like only main ideas, only words over here, connections. I think you have done this before, but I want you to do it more like this. So it has to be, so the idea, something like this, okay, something, but remember the main ideas, like I said, the main ideas, and try to follow and try to accomplish all these items that I'm going to evaluate. Understanding, it says the mind map demonstrates a great understanding of graphic by including at the most important element of each topic, guys, and punctuality. Okay, so this is the rubric I'm going to use in order to evaluate your mind map. A kid from 7, because they have to do the same thing, they said, teacher, can I do this in PowerPoint? I said, I know in PowerPoint there is a site, let me see it. It's a site where you can create a mind map. But the thing is, I don't want you to send me a presentation. You have to send me only one slice. Where is the mind map over here? So I think I can open over here. Anyway, I know that there is a section in we don't have time. It's almost recess. I know that in PowerPoint there is a section where you can create mind maps. But remember, I don't want you to send me a presentation. It has to be something like this, guys. Like I show it over here. Like this one. It has to be something like this. And I know that is over here in this site that I handed you already. Over here, here in this section, over here, I open it over here. Here, this is the one. Over here, I know over here, these are sites that you can use it in order to create mind maps over here. So you just open it. You have enough time. You have until Sunday to complete this activity. So that's up to you guys. Are we clear, guys? Do you have any questions? Any questions? Anyway, if you don't have any question, I want you to start in the afternoon. Start creating your mind map, guys. Okay, you can do it by hand or you can do it online. That's up to you. Okay, guys.